Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today will be the last video of this series for the at-home OT activities as the school year is ending. But I have 3 great activities that should be a lot of fun and should incorporate a lot of some OT activities into this session. So for today, we're going to be making, I know I had a video on play-doh, so if you don't always have play-doh, we can make some. So that'll be the first activity. That will incorporate some planning, some hand movements, motor skills, as well as sequencing of the tasks. So we'll get into that. The second activity is something with some cans, and it was a great idea provided by Adam the OT. I'll be providing a link in the description. And then the last activity will be making a chain link. So let's get started. So for the Play-Doh, we're going to need 3 simple ingredients. We're going to need some flour, some salt, and we're going to need some water. So the recipe calls for 1 cup of flour. So I'm using 3/4 of a cup as I don't want to use too much materials. So I'm getting 3/4 cup of flour. Next, we'll be adding 3/4 cup of salt. And last, we'll be adding a little less than half of a cup of water. So those are the 3 ingredients. I'm just adding them into a bowl. And what you're going to do is start mixing them with your hands. So let your student mix it up. It'll incorporate some sensory in there as it's a smushy texture. So it'll definitely be different. So go ahead and give that a good mix. And once you mix it all up, you should get what looks like a plain colored Play-Doh. So it's easy to rip, tear apart. And then one tip I do have is this is very messy and sticky. If it is too sticky and slimy, you can add more flour. I would actually recommend adding probably a 1/4 cup more flour compared to the salt and water, just because this recipe is a little sticky. There's not as many ingredients in it. And then last but not least, you could always add in some food coloring or food dye to give your Play-Doh some color to make it fun. So that is the first activity, and then also if you want to refer back to my Play-Doh video, you can do some activities with this Play-Doh. Some additional tips: I would let it sit. Once you roll it up for a little while, I would let it sit in the container and let it dry out a little bit, as it does have that moisture in it. And then if you want to store it and keep it, all you have to do is put it in a plastic baggie or Tupperware container. So that is the first activity. So the next activity will be using any kind of can. So what you'll need is 3 cans. I got this idea from Adam the OT, and like I said, his link will be in the description below to watch his video if you would like to, and also to watch his channel. So his idea was to use 3 cans. So what you do with these cans is we're going to stack them. So let's make a tower. Put 3 cans on top of each other. So what this does is we're going to work on strength as well as motor planning and really building up those muscles for when we're doing this. So what you do is you want to build a tower. And what we're going to do, it's a never-ending tower. So we're going to take the bottom can, place it on the top. Take the bottom can and place it on top. And we can do that as long as you want to, or until your student feels tired. That's really going to help. You're going to feel it in your shoulders as well as in your arms. This is a good preparatory activity before doing any writing or classwork that you could be doing, and it's a good strengthening activity. The second activity he had with the cans was having anything like a baking tray or a cookie sheet. What you do is put the can on it and see how these cookie sheets have edges. We don't want to hit the edge. We want to practice figuring out where to stop and how to regulate the can. Oh, my can's rolling around. To stop it on the edges. And then also they're still getting the input through their shoulders as well as the motor planning and the idea of where the can is on the cookie tray. And the last activity is to be making a chain link. So what the chain link incorporates is cutting. So for example, I have straight lines. So what I did was just got a roller, and depending on the cutting level of your student, you can either flip the paper horizontally or vertically to make the lines more challenging. So what you do is we're going to cut through, I'll cut 3 lines out. So once you have 3 lines out, what you're going to do is have your student fold it, and they're going to have to use those skills to hold the paper down. And you could use either a stapler or a glue stick and put glue on one end, hold it, hold the glue together, or for my use, I'm just use a stapler, use those squeezing skills and press down and make one circle. And then once again, you're just going to continuously do that until you have a chain. So what I like about this activity is that, well, it's fun. You can use these for counters or things like that. So you could count how many summer days until school starts, or count the remaining days of school until summer, anything you'd like. So you could use these as a timer and put days on there. And it also incorporates cutting, so just cutting on those straight lines. Alright, well I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Those are just 3 activities, again, just to try and do at home. I will also be including a link to some summer activities that you guys could be doing throughout the summer. Thank you guys for tuning in for this school break session while everything's going on. I appreciate you guys trying these things out, and I want to just thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy your summer.